Man, y'all know what it is. The Real Podcast. We here with another, special person for the documentary of Nancy. So, state who you are and where you from. What's your name and where you from?
Okay, I'm Bina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Nancy's sister, cousin.
Mm-hmm.
We all grew up together in D.C., Adams Morgan area, and that's where we lived for most of our lives.
So, talk about Nancy growing up, her being your older sister / cousin. So, how was that growing up? What type of person was she?
Oh, we got a lot of stories to tell about us growing up. Me, her, and Birds, this Linda. We all grew up together. For years, I didn't have a sister. I was the sister to two brothers. And so I basically grew up with Nancy and Birds as my sisters, and I was the youngest of the three. Nancy was the middle one. So we had a lot of sister stuff going on and everything. And Birds was kind of a little bit laid back, but Nancy was the outgoing person. And so she was mainly my babysitter. Growing up and stuff, we used to live first at 1731. 1731 is where we grew up on Euclid Street. And we had all the carnivals and all kinds of things that Letha and them used to put up for us and stuff. And so one particular Christmas, Nancy got this was our running joke all the time, how she ain't know how to do hair. She got this thing called Nancy Beauty Parlor. So I was the experiment. So she experimented on my hair and burned my hair out. So everybody used to say, don't let Nancy do your hair because she don't know how to do hair. So that was one of the things she did. So as we got older, we moved up to 1703 on the corner of Euclid, 17th and Euclid. And we grew up together, all sleeping in one bed. I slept at the bottom because I always been tall from 10 years old on up. So I slept at the bottom. So them two used to always trick me and say they tired, they wanted to go to sleep, so I have to wash the dishes or sweep the hall the steps down. And then all the cousins used to get mad and said that I was Aunt Jenny's favorite. But Nancy used to have to babysit me more so than Birds. So she didn't take me with her because she always babysat. I said, I'm gonna tell Aunt Jenny you went out and did such and such if you don't take me. So because I was tall, to make me look older, they would dress me up. She would dress me up. And one day she gave me some fake boobs so we could go to this dance so she could be able to get me in, because she wasn't going to miss that dance, because she always dressed up fly to death and stuff. So she dressed me up and everything, and we went there, and it was a dance at the receiving home, and we danced, and she said, go on the dance, Bean, because she taught me how to dance. I learned how to hand dance and bop from her, and she learned from our Aunt Vern. And right to this day, I still hand dance and bop in memory of her because she taught me. And that's how I met my husband that I'm with today. I was at a party, and he asked me to slow drag. I said, no, I don't slow drag. He said, you know how to bop? I said, yeah, I know how to bop. And thanks to Nancy teaching me how to bop, that's how I learned how to bop and stuff. But we got so many memories. I'm telling you, so good when we was growing up also. We had an aunt named Lena that was married to Uncle Horace. Used to take us on so many trips and stuff. We was like three musketeers and stuff. So we went on so many trips together. We did so much stuff, but Nancy had the biggest heart. And when she was learning to cook, she would cook all these meals for everybody. That Aunt Jenny stopped cooking and let Nancy cook most of the time. She always took us to all the restaurants so we can experience all the different foods and stuff. We done ate every nationality food because she always took us to, let's go out to eat. We go out to eat, we go everywhere. She loved the Manhattans. She loved the OJs like Letha, but I think her favorite might have been the Delphonics and the Manhattans. Somebody else can quote me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember her always playing. Black Ivory was one of her favorite groups too. she took us skating. She that's how we go skating all the time. But Birds, we used to go to churches. Nancy ain't go to church with us all the time. But me and Birds used to go to church. But I tell you, we had the best time. And then she always tell me, when she said, girl, I got something to tell you, I used to call her Renee Poussin. Because she knew all the gossip and everything that go on. And so when she left 17th Street to move to Northeast, I used to say, oh, you cable news now. Because you far away. You ain't right here in the middle of. Cat got your first spot, and you got the second spot. Now you the cable news. She said, baby, you missed it. I said, what I missed? You should have been here. Girl, you know you missed it. So then she tell me something, if I remember. She said, you slipping. I don't know what the hell going on with you, but you must be slipping. So I used to be like, I ain't slipping. I just don't remember. Don't keep telling me I'm slipping. But I was the one that had the smart ass mouth. And she always just say, there she go, with her smart ass self. She always got some shit to say and tell everybody. But if somebody was trying to start something and somebody bob her, like this lady was bobbing her one day, and we all tried to help her, and her mother came out to start it. And I said, I'm gonna go get Aunt Jenny. And Jenny came out and took and came to help us and everything. She told, don't you hit my baby girl, because Nancy was her baby girl. And so Nancy got into it with another girl in the neighborhood, because girls that used to be kind of jealous to me of her. And so her father came outside this time and said, don't hit my daughter. I said, we had the best time on Euclid Street and that Nancy house, and our kids all grew up together. I couldn't even get my children to come home sometimes because they wanted to stay at Nancy's house. Because, see, that's where all the fun was. And they father was a little bit strict, so they ain't going for that. They asked me, I said, go on, you can go. You going to Nancy's house? Go ahead, you can stay at Nancy's house. It's all right, but I missed her to death. Her last days, I was right there with her. You know, I didn't leave her side or nothing. So we set up every night and talk and stuff, and we lay down in that room down she had in the back room from the kitchen. We lay there on each couch. She be on one the other couch. We be wiggling our toes. She said, "Bean, we gonna have an ice cream party tonight. Go to the store and get some ice cream and get whatever you get." So I told her she ain't smoking no damn cigarettes no more. And whoever come in this house, I'm gonna police their ass. They ain't gonna smoke no cigarettes. And so she used to sneak and smoke cigarettes. And this particular day, she snuck outside. I had went home to get some more clothes to come back over there with her. And she snuck outside to smoke cigarettes. And Rashida couldn't wait to tell me, "Hey, Ma, did you tell Bean about what happened? Bean, your girl, she got something to tell you." I come back, she all scarred up and everything. She done went outside and smoked a cigarette. And she know I'm a fusser. So I said, "What happened to you, Nancy? Kia too. Ma, you gonna tell Bean what you did?" So I said, "What happened to you, girl?" She said, "Ain't nothing happened." She said, "Yeah, she went out there trying to smoke a cigarette and fell down." I said, "Why the hell would you go outside and try to smoke a cigarette? You know that possum could have ate your ass out there because it was a possum out back." And she said, "Oh, there you go." It's like I was fussing at it, because this her and Hollis' favorite saying, as I got older, they told me I wasn't the boss of them, because I tell them what to do and stuff. She said, "You ain't the boss of me." I said, "I am, because you shouldn't have been trying to smoke no daggone cigarettes. You could have really got hurt or something like that." Then I thought about it. I said, "You know what? She want to do what she want to do. Let her do what she want to do." So our last trip together, we went to Vegas. So she went to Vegas and everything. And she setting up all night long. So I say, "Nancy, you all right? You setting up all night long and stuff?" So she said, "Yeah, I'm all right." So she goes and leave her cane. I'm all over the place trying to find the cane and everything. I said, "But she having fun. I gotta let her do what she want to do." I said, "Where your cane?" And she said, I think I left it over there. The cane was in Lost and Found. I gave her a cane. We took pictures. We ate at Serendipity because I told her that was my favorite restaurant. And she wanted to come and try it too. But the thing is, we miss her so much. And I just didn't know how bad we missed her. It just tore me up. It broke me up so bad because we always been so close. And like I said, they was my sisters before I even had a sister. And I kept telling her, like I told Nancy, I said, don't be like birds. You know, she didn't tell me she was sick. You should have told me a long time ago. I could have had the best of health for you, taking care of you, because I worked for one of those top oncologist doctors for many years. So at the end, I started telling her what lab tests she need to have. Make sure you tell them this, make sure you tell them that, and stuff like that. And don't let them keep on giving you your medication without you refreshing your body to be able to withstand it and stuff, you know, because sometimes you got to have a washout period before you can start taking more medication. But it just broke our hearts to see her leave us, you know, because the family ain't been the same since she's gone. I'm just saying. Everybody else might not want to believe it, but I believe it. You know, our young people need some guidance in the family. I just see so much stuff that it just breaks my heart to see that if Nancy was here, they would listen. They think I'm a fusser, because I'm a fuss and cuss you if you don't do right. But they listen to Nancy more so than everybody, because it's just the direction they going is not a good one to me. And I hope that she can reach out some kind of way in their dreams or something to tell them to try to get it back together, because it's sad. It really is sad, but I'm telling you, but I was there with her for her last days. You know, I sat there and I put that stethoscope on her, and I knew she was gone, and it was just so heartbreaking. But one thing about it, we was all there with her. The people she loved the most was right there with her. And she knows how much we loved her, and she know that she's missed. And there ain't nothing nobody can do to take her place. But we just got to keep her in our hearts and our minds to know that she was the best, and she was our role model for all of us. And as everybody called her, Fancy Nancy. And that's what she was. And she ran her job. I mean, that job ran good because of Nancy. And I mean, everybody looked up to her. Everybody looked up to her. And I'm just thankful that she was a part of my life and taught me some things. And we taught each other some things, because the thing is with us, me and her, whatever we knew, we always brought it back to try to teach it to the rest of the people in the family, whether they wanted to learn it or not. But we tried to make sure that they get some knowledge on what they should be doing and stuff like that. And like I say, she was the best. And I want to say that I love her so much and I miss her with all my heart. Thank you, Kyrie.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect, man. I thank you for your time and just sharing those stories. And before we get out here, I just want you to just say 3 words that could describe Nancy. How many words you want to say? Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many words before we get out here for the people to know?
She had the biggest heart.
Cool. Like that, man. Thank you. And this is another episode, or I should say, another special person for the documentary. Got more people coming, and this was perfectly done. Thank you, Bina. Appreciate you.
All right. Love you.
Love you more. Y'all know what it is, The Real Podcast. We back with another special guest. So for the Nancy documentary, so state who you are and where you from.
My name is Hollis Coates, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay, good. What was your relation with Nancy?
Well, Nancy was my sister, my friend, my cousin.
Okay.
We've been together since we was 7.
Wow. So if you can describe Nancy in 2 words, maybe 3, or how many words you choose, what would those words be?
Good-hearted person.
I like that. Good-hearted person.
good person.
What are some memories if you could share with Nancy? You know, you ain't got to go on it, you know, the one that's good for the camera.
Well, man, if we so many, and I can't share many with you.
Yeah.
But the good times with me and Nancy when we took our children out and had our family day with our kids, and then after we got finished with y'all, it was our turn.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say, like, what are the things that stuck out about Miss Nancy when you guys was growing up? You know, like, everybody had a little talent or a special gift about themselves growing up. What is something that was special about Miss Nancy?
Well, Nancy always been Nancy, her heart.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy always been a kind, giving person. So it was always her heart.
Mm-hmm.
That, and we just met, fell in love with each other, and been together ever since.
So has, you know, my grandma Nancy, has she always been cooking her whole life ever since you know her?
Yeah, we've been cooking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That was our thing.
Yeah, y'all in that kitchen. Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
burning fast. Yeah, for sure. And so for the people that never met Nancy, you know, you got grandchildren, great-grandchildren, never met her, what are some things you can say about her, you know, nephews and nieces? Like, what are some things you can say about Nancy that you want them to know?
That your grandmother was a loving, kind-hearted person, and she would do anything for you. She would get on you though. If you did something wrong, then she's gonna get on you. But yeah, y'all God just took her away too soon, and I wish she was here for y'all could meet her and her to know y'all, because she loved her kids. Wow.
And you know, we speak a lot about things, you know, growing up in the communities and stuff like that, how things have changed a lot. So if you could bring one thing back from the old times, what would that be? You know, you can't bring back the past, but if you had to bring back one thing, what would that be?
Nancy and Jamal.
Yeah. Yep. And I told her before we got on camera, Pun documentary next. You know, Pun birthday coming up, and so yeah, so we're gonna do that next. And so just wanted to get this out the way. The documentary wasn't complete without you, Al. So we had to do it. You know, you had to get on it. You had to get on it.
But truthfully, y'all need to get Pat and our girlfriend Zeta, because we was a pack. Majority of they're gone, like Pam, Bay, they're gone, and you know Vera's gone.
Yep.
So it's like when you seen one, you seen all of us. So yeah, that's why I told you need to talk to Pat, and I'm gonna call Zeta in Atlanta so y'all can do a Zoom with her, because we all was together and we all had a lot of fun.
You gotta make sure we bring some of her best friends.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta do this.
There's
But she didn't have any best friends.
Yeah.
She only had one.
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
One thing about Miss Nancy, she was a matriarch. She was like the glue to the family, and you know, she kept a lot of people together, and she brought a lot of people
That's
together.
true.
People that weren't even blood related felt like family.
That's true.
There's something special about that.
Her heart.
And we don't see that too often with too many people now in this generation. Not too many families are, close as they used to be.
That's true.
What's a piece of advice that you would give, or that you feel like Miss Nancy would give, as far as keeping families together and keeping them close?
Well, Nancy would tell them to stop the nonsense. We are all family, love one another, and get y'all butt together.
Yeah. Straight like that. You know, Granny wasn't for the nonsense at all. I'm telling you. Respect her. So yeah, that's what we wanted to get you on camera. You know, like I said, we wouldn't be complete without you. Got this out the way. And so, you got anything else before we wrap it up?
If you could, a special message to Miss Nancy, what would it be?
I love you so very much and I miss you so. And I was just thinking about you the other day saying, I wish you was here with me. Because it's not the possum there, it's just me. And I'm lonely without you.
I like that. Wow.
Thank you,
But
Miss
yeah,
Holly.
oh yeah. You know what it is, the Real Podcast. We here with another special guest. I like state your name and where you from. We doing this for Nancy. It's the Nancy documentary. So state your name and where you from.
My name is Wanda Jones Hennett. I'm from 17th Street Northwest, and I'm back. I was in Greenbelt, but I'm back now.
Yeah. So explain your relationship with Nancy. Like, who was she to you?
So you're gonna make me cry. So Nancy was, to me, a matriarch of the community, and I could go to Nancy. I could tell her my woes, my problems, my everything, and know that nobody else would know what was going on. And so that's how I felt, like what she meant to me. She meant a lot to me.
So let me ask you, what type of person was Nancy for the people that never met her? You hear a lot of great things. That's my grandma, but in your own textbook definition, what type of person was Nancy to you?
To me, I've never seen her without a smile. I've always seen her. She was on the front. She'd be like, "Hey, good morning," whatever. We got baptized in 2009 together at King Emmanuel Baptist Church. And when I say she meant so much to me, and when my son used to tell me he was going up there, whatever, he was like, "Oh, Miss Nancy, the fried fish was everything." And so what I'm saying was, she meant to me was like a second mother for the community. That's what she meant to me.
So let me ask you this, though. You got something?
Yeah, I wanted to say is I know Miss Nancy was a great role model to a lot of people. Is there any lessons that she may have given you in life that you still apply in this day?
One of the lessons that she gave to me is what I tell you and what you mean to me. And okay, let's say for example, at the funeral, the line that I was in was out the door and up the hill and everything. So that meant that she meant a lot to a lot of people. But for me, she meant a safety net. That's what Nancy meant to me. She was my safety net in the community.
So let me, because you kind of skip past this part. So talk about y'all being baptized together. How was that? Because you said 2009. Talk about that for a second.
So I think for both of us, we didn't remember as being children. Like we got baptized, of course we did or whatever. But in 2009, someone said, "Yeah, it's a new pastor down here." So it was me, Nancy, and a couple of other people, whatever. So actually, after we got baptized, we would go to church. We loved the fellowship with the community. We loved the fellowship with our members. And it just meant a lot to us. We paid our tithes. Oh my goodness, did we? But, it meant a lot to us to be with the community. There were so many people that came to King Emmanuel Baptist Church. So it meant a lot to us. And that's how she and I connected at that point, but we were always connected before that. You know what I mean? So,
talk about Miss Nancy's cooking, because everybody comes on here and speaks on it.
listen, I wasn't there all the time, but for Nancy, you didn't have to come from 17. You didn't have to come from 14th Street. She took in all children from all walks of life, Southeast, Northeast, Maryland, whatever. And so they already knew. Emil, Friday, whatever, Wands or whoever, they brought them there for her food. So her food was amazing.
So let me ask you this. What are 3 words or a word that you use to describe Nancy?
Amazing, incredible, and loving. Absolutely. She loved her family, which her family meant the community. It did not just mean Kyrie, your mother, Wanza. It meant everybody. It meant love meant everybody for Nancy Bryant.
For sure. Phenomenal, man. Go ahead, man.
So, as you said, she was a matriarch to the community, right? And one thing we know about matriarchs, like they keep families together. They the glue. They hold everything together. And now, you know, like in this generation, especially like what we see, like a lot of our families disperse. A lot of families aren't as close knit as they used to be, right? And I know that's something Ms. Nancy was big on. So, what's a piece of advice that you would give to, like, you know, families nowadays to, you know, be as close as they used to be?
So what I want to say is, because she instilled that in her family is a close-knit family. Mm-hmm. They, you know, they might fight on the outside or disagree or whatever, but they are still a close-knit family. And what I want to say to families now, that you may not forgive, you may not forget, but tomorrow is not promised. Every day above dirt is a great day. Please remember what she gave you, what she taught you, and just love one another. That's all we have, is each other. Every day, that's all you need to do is love. And that's what she taught me and her whole family.
Right. For sure. Wow, that's phenomenal right there. Yeah. I like that. So yeah, there's one last question I want to ask you, man. So so the word Nancy, right? And you see a lot of people, everybody got great stories about Nancy, all this other stuff. So coming up, you know, Nancy's older than you. Is this something, did you look up to her, that she inspired you in certain ways to be like better?
So, yes. I feel like I'm not gonna say so much younger than Nancy because I don't want to feel like, but going to her and just looking at her wisdom, whatever, I'm like, when I have a grandson, when I have children, I want to be able to say to them, please love each other. Please just hold on to each other. Be mad at that moment, but get over it and move on. And that's what she told me. Move on. Please get over it and move on. I love her with all my heart, and I always will.
I like that. How you want to get on camera?
Shoot. Oh, right now?
Yeah, come on, man. You transition real quick. You good?
For my turn.
We better.
You want to start it over? How you want to do it? Just keep it going.
Keep it going.
We're going to keep it going. Yeah, we're going to keep it going. Yeah,
So
we're
I
just
can
going
go get my head done.
We're going to keep it authentic. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it
Right, we very
But people going to see this.
Yeah, it's all good, man. You know you fly, right? You all right,
You straight, man.
It's crazy, man.
Let's get it, man.
Nah,
Introduce yourself, man.
Introduce yourself, man. Where you from?
Alvin Jones. Al. I'm from Uptown, born and raised. My mother's side grew up on 17th Street, 100%. I spent a lot of time over there. My father's side grew up on Clifton, and my ties to both is equally loved. To me, in my opinion, is equally loved. So,
okay. I like that. So, what did Nancy mean to you? Like, how did you know Nancy?
my mom was just on here, Miss Wanda,
Yeah.
if we're being honest, and I was trying to get her not to tell my one of my favorite Nancy cooking stories, the fried fish story.
Yeah.
I used to wait. So your question was, what do I remember? I don't want to
Yeah.
all of I remember her as this one story.
No, it's okay. So if you could share a story, like a memorable moment with Nancy or something that you know, go ahead and share.
Oh, one of my favorite ones is I used to be a bit chubby when I was young.
Yeah.
Most people remember that,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of that. And I got a lot of love for my chubby people. Well, y'all can't tell, but I used to be chubby when I was young, and I loved it. And but I was a little kind of not shy, but I was a bit reluctant. And I used to eat Nancy's fried fish a lot. Right? They would have the fish on Fridays and stuff like that. So Wanza used to be over there in the corner, and he would see me after I finished eating, and I would have this Wednesday's child look on my face. Like you could tell, like, why is this little kid who just finished eating like he never had anything? So he knew that I would want. So Nancy was like, "Boy, get over here. What you we ain't doing no shot. You want some more?
Yeah.
Just come see that.
Just like her.
Come on, man.
That sounds just like her.
You know how Nancy was.
Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah, you said we doing authentic.
Yeah, right. The real. That's the real.
You know, come on, boy. What did you sitting over there waiting for? So that was quite frequent. A few times that I would go, and that happened a couple times. And Wanza was my saving grace. And Wanza was my conduit.
Yeah, conduit. Yeah,
he was my conduit to give me more and more fish.
Yeah,
more
for sure.
That was me, man. I just, like I said, but I'll answer another question.
Yeah, for sure. You good. If you want to keep on adding on to this, let it go, man. It's all good.
No, actually, if I'm being frank and honest, you asked my I heard a couple of questions from my mom's interview, and you asked what was one of the things you got from Nancy.
Yeah, what was
and I know we're gonna have a lot of fun with this interview as well, but if we keeping it 100 and serious, I think, has anybody used the word humility?
Haven't heard it so far on this.
Since y'all been interviewing a lot of
you the first one with it. You the first one.
I like to be the first. I'm glad of that. But I mean, you know, people that know me know I have no reputation for weather. Like humility is what I took from her. You know, you watch and you understand her story and how she grew up. You know, people might not know this from watching this, but I'm very, very, very close to the Bryants and the Washingtons, and I slept in a lot of those houses. I slept in that home on that corner many a nights, right? And with respect, you know, Miss Cat and everybody, I appreciate y'all, and Miss Nancy, like. So what you get from that is learning how, you know, it's very rare that y'all gonna go around and find somebody to say something negative about her, and it's gonna be authentic. Why? Because of her humility. I think when it boils down, she really treated people in the way that you hope when you think about how you want somebody to treat you. I think she sort of executed that like on a daily basis, right? We're not gonna get on here. And no one's perfect, but it was perfect the way she did it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Everybody got treated equally.
Yeah. It was perfect.
I like that. I like that, man. So, yeah. So you got something?
Yeah. Just want to say, I mean, for one, I appreciate you being so vocal. Like it's amazing. But
Thank you.
Is there any, like, aside from like humility, her showing you or, you know, giving you that example, is there any other like lessons within, like, just personal lessons that she gave you, in a sense, like maybe a one-on-one conversation that you guys had?
I'm the perfect person to ask this because it's not like known and documented. People didn't see us together a lot, right? So if you hear me say some of our one-on-ones and the way we talk, I got older in junior high school, and I like to tell non-hero stories, right? Everybody tells me they got all hero stories. You never got crossed up, bro? Yeah. Like, the girl never told you no? Yeah. Come on, bro. You gotta have a non-hero story, which brings it back to humility,
Absolutely.
right? So in this non-hero story, I remember a couple times in middle school, I got in trouble and things of that nature, and not nothing crazy, but just suspended or something for running my mouth. And Nancy knew about it, you know, here and there. You know how to see this different. Different. Back in the day, everybody talk. They're gonna check you, but like I said, it was. I think the next operative word, so to speak, is grace. Like the way that she, I'm not even gonna say scolded. The way that she got on me when she heard about me getting in trouble in middle school. It's like she said second mother, but I'm trying not to say what my mom said, but it's in that mode. Like she took me aside and she was like, you know good and well. You know good and well, you know better.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And like some people have to hear a long dissertation for you to get the point. Hers was short and sweet, and you got it, and you know better, right? So I think I'm in 8th, 9th grade. This is funny, you might not know this, but her and my grandmother had talks with. After that, I never got suspended in trouble. You know that for a fact. So I never got suspended. So like my story is for Nancy. Also, I'm the perfect person because no one knows this. It's not like you would have never.
I wouldn't even exactly. I would never know that.
I feel like those are the stories and the conversations that need to be heard. Is the ones that, you know, you'll never think other people hear them. You know, those the most humbling conversations and the most like just raw and genuine conversations, and when it's like real and it's like happening right then in that moment. Like,
indeed, right? It wasn't broadcast. I'm like, hey, guess what? Nancy's out here giving me life lessons. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't do that. I just took it and learned it in every conversation we had afterwards. She felt it and she respected that. I told her I never got suspended again too.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked your mom. For the people that never met Nancy, like a great grandchildren, nieces and nephews that's coming along to the world, what type of person was she? For the people that's gonna see this from your own textbook definition.
I'm gonna tell you this though, and for her contemporaries and her peers and sisters and brothers, y'all see this and tell me if I'm being a charlatan. She was quick-witted.
Yeah.
She was very, very
Get you back
quick-witted.
real
She was
fast.
very, very quick-witted.
Yeah.
She was very quick-witted. I don't mean quick with it. I mean quick-witted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. She was very quick-witted, and if you know me, I'm a jokester. I'm known to say something,
Yeah.
but they had this saying back in the day that they were time enough for you.
Yeah.
If you look at the dictionary on the time enough for you, Nancy's pictures there like this. she was time enough for you, but I say that in the most endearing way possible.
Yeah.
In the most endearing way possible. So I was just going to say that to allude to her humor. Like the one thing for me, like you're going to get a lot of interviews because she's joined the Ancestors now.
For sure.
She's with the Ancestors now. She is an ancestor now. Let me give you that salute. You're an ancestor because that's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're doing this, because what happens is when you leave us in the physical world, your greatness is known from people still talking about you.
Facts.
It's the moment no one talks about you, that's when it was like, oh, did you make the impact you thought you made?
Yeah, right.
You understand?
That's a fact.
Did you make the impact you thought you
Yeah.
made? So we're still talking about you, and we're going to continue that. So for me, I was going to touch on her humor.
Mm-hmm.
She was extremely funny and quick and hilarious, and you better have your next 1 or 2 ready,
Yeah.
because she has 2 or 3 out of the draw.
Yeah.
Stop me if I'm lying.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is when I heard about y'all was doing this. Sorry to be long-winded,
You
but
good, man.
when I heard about y'all was doing this, I was like, I'm Basketball Al, and you know what I mean, like you would not know
You don't
my
know the
connection
side,
to
yeah.
Nancy. And especially
Fact.
Nancy though, like,
Yeah.
and Wanza, when you see this, you better keep it real about you and the side and them fish
Yeah.
fries. Come on, bro, don't do me like that.
Man, this is well put, man. I just appreciate you, your mom, for just doing this, reaching out, just phenomenal, man. So we're gonna keep it coming. And look, I just appreciate everybody, man. Everybody just I'm getting emotional because everybody just coming on. That's just a blessing, man.
And this is stuff you didn't know, and
You see what I'm
it's
saying? Like
tripping you out.
everybody got their own special connection. She touched them in any type of way, and it's to the point like, damn, like you never knew your grandma. You know she a great person, but when other people say like, damn, it just solidified everything. Like she was a phenomenal person.
I hate to bring this up because it's a movie and she was real. I know y'all. I'm gonna finish with 2 things. In the movie Soul Food back in the day, one of the comments was, man, I realized I had this special connection with Mother Joe. It was Mother Joe in the movie, right? But then he said later, he was like, I realized that everybody had a special connection. Right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of the awakening and light that's happening to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And right, and I wanted to say this in lockstep with that. Congratulations to y'all too, man, for everything that y'all doing and everything that y'all gonna do, and all that y'all accomplishing, because it's real grassroots. And I'm a big Malcolm fan, and Malcolm X really was talking to the grassroots, and y'all are the grassroots. So while y'all here, before y'all blow up, I just want to say respect, and it's
Respect, man. Respect.
So, thank y'all for having me.
Anytime, man.
Thank you.
Man, y'all know what it is, The Real Podcast. We back with another one, a special guest for the Nancy documentary. So if you can state your name and where you're from.
My name is Patricia, last name too, Lamar. I'm I was originally born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I moved here in DC at the age of 7.
So talk about your introduction, Nancy. How did you guys meet each other, from your recollection?
I think Nancy, I grew up at 1726 around Euclid Street, in the house around it, 1726, and your grandma lived across the street from us, and that's how we knew each other. But when I first came, I met a neighbor by the name of Lisa Gale. I don't know if you know her. She lived right there down the street from where Catherine lived. I met her first. It was snowing. I moved here, it was February, and snow was up to here. My uncle and them had to pick us up. We didn't have no shoes on. We were from Florida. So we didn't have no coats, no shoes, or anything. They had to pick us up to walk us through the snow and everything. But yeah.
Do you remember your first interaction with Miss Nancy when you guys was kids?
Well, I was always a scaredy cat, and they always was like, you know how Nancy, my grandma always been outgoing, and I would see them, they be playing school, or sitting on the steps playing school, and then they whack the kids real hard. I was like, I used to say, I'm gonna play with them, just they mean. But Nancy, yeah, it was a good person. Beautiful spirit, beautiful soul. Yeah, Nancy was sweet. She took care of all of us. Made sure, she was like our mommy growing up. Everything, took care of us.
She always had that.
She always had, right.
So if you could choose, I always ask everybody this, if you could choose 3 words, maybe 1 word to describe Nancy, what would that word be? Those words.
Beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul. I like that. Beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul. I like that. I like that.
Is there any like fond memory or story in particular that you could tell about Miss Nancy that was like very impactful in your life, as a friend, as a sister?
As a sister, yeah, she, like I said, she always looked up. Even as a little girl, she always looked out for us. Like school time came, she would like go and make sure we had school shoes and things that we needed as a teen. You know, we was, I think I had to be about 10 at that time. We started really doing that, but Nancy, like I keep saying, just she was a beautiful person. Not saying it because, you know, but she was. We all had our ways, different personalities, but we never left the group. They used to call me Hollis and Nancy, 3 Musketeers. We saw one, we saw. And to the day the grandma passed, we was the 3 Musketeers. Beautiful.
And so for people that, like, you know, because a lot of people, you hear a lot of people say great things about Nancy, and it's a lot of people that never met her, like, you know, having a child, she never gonna meet her, and stuff like that, great nieces and nephews, younger cousins. If you could share a message to them of who Nancy truly was, not only to you, but to the community you grew up in, 17th and Euclid Street, or all over, because, you know, Grandma, she had many friends, and like a rainbow, she had friends everywhere. Yeah.
To know Nancy was to love Nancy, or is to love Nancy. And that's about the best thing to say. To know Nancy was to love her. Because she gave off love to help everybody. Didn't matter if she took from herself and family to help someone else. That was Nancy. That was Nancy. I say is because in heart, she's still here with her. I still have all the conversations. When she was in the hospital, I have all on my phone. I showed it to your mom, our last conversation, because you know, I used to visit your mom every day she was in the hospital. I used to walk all the time. I walked there and left at 12, just before the last Georgetown bus left from the hospital. It came at 10 minutes to 12, and I would leave then and come home. And she'll call me, Trisha, she called me Trisha. Trisha, and we would talk. But for a long time, I didn't know your grandma was really sick. I didn't know for a long time. And then, by me going to visit her every day, little pieces was coming up because nobody really said what was going on. And I remember when I was in the hospital, I had my first spinal surgery in 2020. And I came out of surgery or whatever, and I was in the bed. And your grandma came to me, and she was like, Trisha, get your ass about that. And I was just trying to reach up to grab her, and my daughter was like screaming out, no, Mom, you're not supposed to move. But I was trying to get her, and that helped me, I think, heal a little faster, because Nancy told me, get up, get your ass up there, Pete. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Keep it real,
and she told me, Trisha, get your ass up. And she spoke to me, and I was, you know, just had my upper spine. And she spoke to me, and I heard those words with me, you know. She helped me heal. To me, she helped me heal, and I always think of that. I kept saying, my daughter was like, what were you trying to do when I came, you know, got better? I said, I was trying to get the butterflies. Because I was just reaching up trying to get her, and I could see her looking down at me. And it's the honest truth, a real story. You know, I said, I'm trying to get the butterflies.
For sure.
And you said you were speaking to her during her last days, like had lots of conversations with her, right? Was she always in high spirit?
Always. We would sit there, me and Nancy talk about a lot of stuff, a lot of things as I, you know, about her illness, and I learned a little more. And I know when we would go to Vegas every Mother's Day for like 7 straight years. Wow. And the last time we went to Vegas, she wanted to be my roommate because I was calm. I didn't smoke, drink, so she knew she could get some rest. And she was like, I want to be Pastor roommate this year, and she texts on my phone. She texted me say, "Thanks for being the best roommate," you know, and like that. But yeah, a lot of memories, that last one.
Just hearing these stories just always give me teary eyed because you know
Yeah,
grandma, it's just regular, you know,
Yeah.
that's just my grandma, but you know, hearing these stories about like, wow, I never knew she touched as many people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just
How much she meant to everybody.
She meant a lot. I know to me,
Mhm.
and I can't speak for Hollis. She meant a lot to Hollis, and she meant a lot to me. But a lot. Yeah. And she always was so smart. I always wanted to be smart like her. We reading.
Yeah.
At the 7th grade, 8th grade, she was working in the office because that's how intelligent she was. They would come let her work in the office, everybody in the class, and they come pull her out the class, you know what I'm saying? Come to the office, you know, put her on the speaker or whatever. And she was very, yeah. She was like in the 7th, 8th grade, she was running the office, answer the phone, paperwork, everything. I always say, I want to be smart like Nancy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy was very smart.
She was sharp as a knife.
Yes.
Hey man, before we get up out of here, what you got, man? What you got?
Well, I've been growing to like this question because one thing about Miss Nancy, you know, she was a matriarch, as we all know.
Yes.
She was just a matriarch, and she knew how to keep families together.
Yes.
But now, like in our generations, it's very hard for us to
That's
have that and see that and value that. So, you know, you as one of Miss Nancy's friends, like, what would be a piece of advice that you think she would give, or that you would give right alongside with her, as far as my generation and the younger generations prioritizing family and keeping them together?
You want me to go with that?
Yeah.
I think Nancy would tell the younger generation, I'm gonna say, I'm being honest, sit your ass down. Go home and sit your ass down. Do something with yourself. She always wanted more and better for everybody. And I think that's what, and I would say the same thing. I say that, I just look at it, it's not a waste to this generation, but it's far from where you grew up and maybe you grew up. It's just no respect.
Different. Yeah.
Different. The children just no respect nowadays, you know. And I tell my grandson, Naeem is step, you know, he's 15 now and sometimes, but he never disrespect. But he's growing into his own, and he want to hang out with this certain crowd. I say, Naeem, the way we stay safe, at least I think we say we only venture out in our neighborhood, not out in the northwest. Wasn't too far. As far as we would go to party. We're not too far.
Yeah.
We didn't venture out. We didn't. And I think that's how we stayed safe. But this generation here, they want to be this place, that place, no respect. And I feel sorry for them. I really do. But my thing to them is keep your faith and get in some kind of activity as far as church or just something mental, something.
Better outlet.
Outlet, yes. Just do something with yourself. Want more for yourself.
Yes. We are gifted in
Yes.
many ways.
In many ways.
Figure those ways out.
Yes. So all I can tell this generation now is keep your faith. That's all I can really, really say. Keep your faith in Christ. You'll go far. The Bible say, honor your mother and father, and your days will be long. And I truly believe it. Because I never disrespect my mom. I never disrespect none of my aunts, my older sisters and brothers. To this day, I never disrespect my sisters and brothers. If I didn't like what they said, I just turned.
Yeah.
You know, because that's my family. That's all we had. But I don't do that disrespect. You got to really push me for me to come out my shell. But I'm learning, you know, I have to learn. People use you for what you are and what you can give and do. And I'm a giver, like your grandma was a giver. More ways. Giving out money no matter when I come outside. I'm passing out. Not that I have, but God put us on this earth to share and help each other. That's why you think the world is round. Because he's the ones that can't hang on, he'd be like, give us common sense, but God said, let me go help these fools out, hang on to this world. And I believe in that. Some of us know how to fall down and get back up. Some of us just stay till someone come along and help.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in giving, and I believe in helping. Same as your grandma.
Amen. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you, Pat, for coming.
Thank y'all for
taking time
having
out
me.
your
Thank
schedule to, share these words about Nancy. This is well said, and thank you so much again.
Well, like I say, it's a beautiful soul, Nancy.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna send you all the texts.
I appreciate you. You got my number now. Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
I'll send them to you.
Thank you.
All right, sweetie. Take care, sweetie. Thank you.
You know what it is, man. The Real Podcast. We here with another segment of the Nancy documentary. Who we here with tonight, man? State your name and where you from.
Nay. DC.
Okay, respect. So take it back, man. Take it back. We doing this Nancy documentary. It's your grandma. Let me ask you this: what was one of your first times meeting Nancy, or the first memory you had with her?
I don't remember the first time. I just feel like I was always around.
Yeah.
So I just used to be in there, always around. And she was like, it was never like I felt like extended family. I always felt like I was really one of her grandkids.
Respect. So what type of person was she for the people that don't know?
Straightforward.
Yeah,
Straightforward, talk her shit. She not scared to tell. It was all in love. It was never to be rude or hurt your feelings, but she couldn't sugarcoat shit for shit. She was gonna tell you how it is.
Okay. What you got, man?
What's something I like to ask people this because, like, we learn a lot from our elders, right? What's one of the biggest life lessons that you may have gotten from Miss Nancy?
I don't know. She always, like, she was just a person who said it like it is. So I always felt like I should say it how it is. Don't sugarcoat. Even if it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings, just say it how it is. But you can do it like with tact without trying to hurt their feelings. That's just the type of person that she was.
Sure. So if there's 3 words or any word from your, dictionary that you would say about Nancy, what are those 3 words or any word?
She was loving. Honest. Loving, honest. Nancy. I wouldn't even call her sweet because she wasn't even really sweet. She wasn't even really sweet, but I don't know. I feel like loving just encompasses how she was as a person, because even though she wasn't always sweet, you knew that she was coming from a good place.
For sure.
So yeah, I don't know what the third one.
Yeah.
She was crazy as shit.
For real. Keep it real.
What do you think is one of the principles that you saw her live by that we all should live by?
Just standing on business for one. Like just stand on it. Just stand on the truth. I just always felt like, even if it's been a time I came over there like trying to be tough, but I told them what happened, like some stuff happened with me and my family. She gonna pull it out of you. You can't sit there and be tough. Even though she gonna clown you for crying and stuff, she will. But she gonna make you, like, that's what she does. She makes you want to tell her, like, lay your shit bare to her. She was always like that, and I was never scared to just tell her everything that was going on with me.
For sure. Yeah. So let me ask you this: so when you found out about Grandma Nancy, dying or just being sick, how did you take it? Like, how was it?
I took it hard. I took it as if my biological grandparent told me they were sick. And back then, I remember when she first got sick, I was working 2 jobs. And every time she went to the hospital, it just felt like I needed to be there. So I call out.
I'm
calling out on the hospital. You better not cry in front of her. Oh, you gonna be all these punks. But she knew that we would drop everything we were doing we had going on to just be there for her.
I see, like, a lot of people they deal with death in their own ways, right? Or losing someone dear to them. Was there a phase, like, after you lost Miss Nancy, like, was there a phase that you went through when it came to grieving, or how did you get through your grieving stage?
So honestly, before Grandma Nancy, after Grandma Nancy, I was still dealing with grief. So just for people passing, so recently, more recently, like 2 years ago, and I just checked in with, I was in therapy. So she put a lot of stuff into perspective for me. So therapy absolutely helped me, and then because of the work that I do, I followed up with her recently, and she put more stuff into perspective for me. So absolutely talking about it helps.
For sure. You got Grandma Nancy tatted?
Yeah, I got a name tag.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah, respect, man. For sure, man.
On her birthday, I got it tagged.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
For sure, man. Damn.
What's one of the we know everybody talk about her cooking. What's one of the favorite things that you liked about her?
Oh, I just love to hear
cooking?
her. Oh, we used to gossip. We used to gossip down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because we talking about y'all.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't there, she was calling me. You ain't gonna believe who just walked in. I'm telling you, we used to be talking shit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. I love to hear her talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That was one thing that she was a trash talker for real,
Man.
all the time.
And nobody not gonna say nothing
Ain't
to her. Nobody
nothing,
gonna
bruh.
say nothing to her about
Big
it.
respect, man. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to
You
her.
just had to take it because it's not like she didn't have no pics. She cursed us all out. Everybody got that shit. We
Fact.
all got it.
Everybody got it.
It was she cursed me out. Oh yeah. Nobody got it. Nobody was safe.
Yeah, like they were saying, was coming from a place of love. You know, she ain't gonna never try to, minimize you in no way.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But if you want some fuck shit, she want, man, come on, man.
I'm
Stop
telling
what
you, if
doing.
it sound like bullshit,
Yeah, she gonna
tell
call
you
and she
it's
gonna see it from
bullshit.
down the street, man. Yeah, for sure, for
Exactly.
sure. Let me ask you this. You think by Grandma Nancy passing away, like a lot of things kind of changed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept a lot. She was the reason a lot of things still went on. Like, I wanted to be at her house during the holidays before I wanted to be with my own family. Christmas, Thanksgiving, I made sure I was there. And then sometimes I had to work. I was there after work.
Yeah, fact.
I always wanted to be there.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's that love, man. That's that love. So, what else you got, man? We'll get up out of here.
Well, yeah, like that part right there when you say like, she was the reason that like keep everybody together and whatnot. What do you think that like now that she's not here, what do you think that her family could do or should do as far as like to stick together and be together like if she was here?
Because I'm probably included in that.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like she was the reason, like even if we didn't want to talk to each other, she was the reason that we did, that we kept in contact with each other. So I'm pretty sure if she was here, people wouldn't be as stubborn as they are. Me included.
Yeah.
I can stand on that. I would never disrespect if she told me to do it. I had to do it. We was doing it. You didn't want to all the time, but you did it for the sake of her. So, yeah. If it's worth it, if the relationship is worth mending, I say mend it.
For sure, most definitely. And let me ask you this though, like any last words you just want people to know about that? Just something you could say to people that never met her before, like her nieces, great grand, all that. What would you say before we get up out of here?
She watching over you. You never got to meet her, but I swear you feel her. You feel her in your father, your mother, your aunt, your grandmother. You feel her. Everything that she left behind is still, it's energy. It's just transferred in another way. You never got to meet her in the physical form, but you feel that love. I promise you. You feel that love in Kyrie, Jalen, Rashida. You feel it in them. So, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you for your time and your words.
But you ain't cheap. You just got the 3 pair of shoes the last